everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin, located somewhere in Ohio and contributing to the stereotype about Americans and mounting credit card debt. Tegan Somerset.
Hi, everybody. I actually paid for none of this with my credit card. All of it came directly from my bank account, so you can suck it.
And somewhere in West Texas, trying to make sure that he has a good time before cuffing season, Rocky Hardy.
Hey, what up? Any cute girl in a sundress, please send my way. I'm super excited to meet them. Can I go off tangent for a little bit? Does anyone care?
We haven't even started, so...
As long as you promise to slide into the DMs of Lonely Sundress Girl on Twitter, you can do whatever you want.
Is there really a lonely sundress girl? Because I would love to talk to her.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure she exists. She's out there somewhere waiting for you.
Oh god, I need to get back on Twitter. So I was at work, and I work in a place that does wacky Spirit Week stuff. And one of the days was like pajama day, when people can just like show up in their like pajamas or whatever. And I was really enjoying that. And I remember there's a line in Community when like Troy's having one of his breakdowns, where he says, "I'm more turned on by women in pajamas than in lingerie." Semicolon. I just want to know that they're comfortable. And like I really felt that afternoon. It was a really good time. Shout out to girls in pajamas.
Pajamas are the best. They're legitimately the best. Like, girls' pajamas are the most comfortable things we own, and they still don't have pockets, so it doesn't matter. But they're comfortable because they're freeing. No one expects you to look cute in your pajamas, but you do look cute in your pajamas because they're always, like, oversized and fluffy.
I feel that.
So hype. Okay, anyway, so, like...
Brian Cartwright's here.
Yeah, Brian Cartwright's here. Maybe.
Generally, yes.
Generally here, and he only played one game this week.
It's been a week at the Cartwright
For
house.
once, he has only played one game. What happened this week at the Cartwright house that made it a week?
My wife got laid off.
Oh no!
Man. Yeah, that happened Thursday. So that's kind of thrown the house into flux.
I'm so sorry. That sucks, my guy.
So it has not been just Hearthstone because I've been so deeply enamored of Hearthstone. I mean, I am deeply enamored of Hearthstone. But, it's been a week. It's been a week. Come on, guys. Come on.
That's so weird.
Come on.
Okay.
So but, I follow her on Facebook, and, according to the stats and stuff she was posting, she's, one of the best people on her team.
That's correct.
I remember that.
All of that is accurate.
What the hey?
Well, that is why layoffs are different than being fired. Because fired is because you're a fuck up. Layoff is because someone somewhere has decided that they would like more money.
Jerks.
Yep, that's true.
Tell them no.
Hopefully she lands on her feet.
I'm sure she will. She's talented and wonderful.
True.
That is very true. She's definitely far outside of my league. But hey, elite level strats, S tier wife.
Yeah, that's how Brian keeps his wife around. He stays up on Hearthstone.
That is completely unrelated to how I landed and kept my wife. Hearthstone has nothing to do with that. In fact, Hearthstone has nothing to do with most things, but it's really good right now.
Just fuck Hearthstone, but also Hearthstone.
No, I mean, not fuck Hearthstone. Hearthstone's actually pretty good. Although it has been kind of a tough week on ladder. I've been sliding back and forth between 4 ranks all week, just hitting a roof and then pushing back, hitting a roof, then pushing back. And it's because the deck builds that you need to deal with right now are the anti-meta decks are very, very specific to whether you're encountering the current aggro decks or the current control decks. And, like, building a tempo deck doesn't really effectively counter, what's going on out there right now. Like, if you build a tempo deck these days, you're too slow for the aggro decks. And if you build a tempo deck these days, you don't have enough power to deal with the current control models. So, like, you can't really, like, go tempo and try and swing back and forth. You just have to pick one and hope that you've got the tools to deal with whatever comes at you. I've been playing a lot of Thief Rogue, because Thief Rogue, at least you have a fighting chance to deal with whatever comes at you, because part of the deck build is stealing your opponent's cards. So you're like, how about this? I just take your own shit and I play your own shit on you.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, exactamundo. I'm going to throw an Elise in there, because with Elise, then also you'll get an Ungoro pack, just a random Ungoro pack at some point in the game, which means that when you finally play your big finisher, you should get even more value off of it. So, hopefully that'll let me break free. I tried.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. My toilet was bubbling.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm running my washer, and I thought, for a hot sec, I thought the washer was overflowing.
Did you say that your washer's running?
Yeah, my washer's running. My washer's running right now.
You better catch it.
There it is.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Brian. Fuck you.
I mean, Brian's allowed to make dad jokes.
He's not a dad.
He's like our fake dad, or whatever.
He's our fake dad. Brian's our dad. Okay, if Brian's our dad, then he can make dad jokes.
Wait,
Brian, are you our dad?
God damn it. Like, all I wanted to do was make a is your appliance running joke.
You did it. We were all there.
And then it...
And now you're legally our dad.
And now we've got all this trash around it. Oh.
Okay. Brian, you were saying about Hearthstone?
Yeah. They also announced a balance patch for later this month. Mm-hmm. Based on, like, some of the combos that came out of the new expansion were just so strong that they needed to deal with some of it to try and, rebalance the meta. So there's some cards which are getting changed, and it's going to happen later this month. Like, there's a card called Naga Sea Witch, which is a 5-mana card with 5 attack, 5 health, and while Naga Sea Witch is in play, all of your other cards cost 5. So if you can keep that thing alive, it allows for some, like, really stupid combos. Because you're like, hey, look, here's 2 10-mana cards I normally couldn't play on the same turn. Surprise. Yeah, it's fucking garbage tier. But by making that card cost 8 with the stat lines that it has, all of a sudden, like, it drives down its value in the meta significantly, because if you play an 8-mana card, which only has 5 attack, 5 health, it could die pretty quickly, and then, like, what's the point? Like, the whole idea is that if you could get that thing out early before turn 5, either by coining it out or doing something else, then you could just kind of become like an unstoppable steamroller. But 8 kind of puts it where it needs to be in the meta. There's this other card called Spiteful Summoner. I've talked about Spiteful...
That sounds like me.
I've actually talked about this card on the show in the past. Unfortunately, I love this. Spiteful Summoner is a card whose battlecry reads, reveal a spell from your deck, summon a minion with the same cost. So what assholes discovered, and I am one of those assholes, is, like, let's say you run a deck which has 28 minions in it and only, like, holds 2 slots for spells, and you put your only spells are spells that cost, like, 8 or 10 mana. It means that the minion that Spiteful Summoner will generate will be an incredibly powerful minion. Because the spell that you're revealing is like an 8 or a 10 cost spell by default. It's not going to pull anything else. So it's like, okay, surprise! Like, here's my Spiteful Summoner plus a 10 cost minion, and he was a 6 mana card. They're changing cost on him to 7 because by turn 7 people should have more tools to deal with whatever he creates. There's a deck which has been running around the meta, which has really been defining the meta, called Q-Block, which relies on a combo of 2 cards, Void Lord and Carnivorous Cube. Void Lord is a 9 mana card, 3 attack, 9 health. And there's a card called this Void Lord thing dies, it generates 3 1/3 taunt minions. And there's a card called Carnivorous Cube, whose battle cry is kill a friendly minion, and then when the Carnivorous Cube dies, you get 2 of the friendly minion it killed. So you have the Carnivorous Carnivorous Cube come out and eat a Void Lord. So that way when it dies, you then have 2 Void Lords, which will then in turn fill up your board with 6 1/3 taunt minions. So you're creating this endless stream of shit that your opponent just needs to get past in order to even hit you in the face. And it's a long combo to set up, but like Warlock has had a ton of tools for staying alive. Like a card called Dark Pact, which is like only a 1 mana card, which reads like destroy a friendly minion and restore 8 health to your hero. And in a card game where you have a base level of 30 health, being able to get back 8 health for 1 mana and killing a minion is like pretty good. So they're changing the value of Dark Pact to restoring 4 health. 4 health, not 8. And there's a card called Possessed Lackey. Are you guys like at this point like checking your email? Because I realize that like card game balance shit is probably pretty boring.
I just don't understand a lot of it, but it's interesting to see like how you were bitching about stuff before and now you're like, oh yeah, this is like what I'm doing, and it's cool.
Yeah, you're like engaging with the meta. I'm proud of you, man.
I mean,
proud of you, Dad.
I'm proud of you, son. Now we are a family again.
That's it. Hearthstone's canceled.
No!
What? No, Brand.
Hearthstone tore this family apart!
No. Oh, God. Okay.
So it's still fun. It's good.
I'm happy for you, man.
I mean, I didn't put any wrestling in my banter for this week because it seems like every time I've tried to talk about wrestling, I think that like y'all have like run for the hills. So I will.
I don't understand wrestling either.
Well, okay.
I don't understand the sport.
So here's some things. Here's just a quick basic like of what you need to know. Everyone hates Roman Reigns. So
okay, whoever he is.
He is the WWE's attempt to manufacture a sequel to The Rock. And people resent the WWE's attempt to create a new Rock.
But The Rock was so good.
Correct. And that's kind of what I think.
The Rock is just a good, pure human.
And so everyone loves The Rock. And so people resent a new fake Rock. You know, a Formica, if you will, shoved down their throats.
That's because you can't be a fake Rock. Only The Rock can be The Rock.
Right.
So Roman Reigns, through no fault of his own, I mean, he seems like a perfectly decent dude. I think the reason people are angry at him is not things that he himself does, but like the way he is being positioned. It finally looks like the WWE is going to turn him heel, which I think is kind of a bummer for him, but I think it will work because it finally means that they're listening to audience feedback. they've been doing some stuff with his character over the last couple months, which is designed to make him, like, his character angry and resentful and, ultimately, I guess, turn to the dark side. Also...
Is there a dark side?
He's going to become evil.
There's a dark side of wrestling.
There's good guys and bad guys.
There's a dark side. There's good guys and bad... Oh, Lord, okay.
Tegan, you should watch Glow, because Season 2's coming out soon.
That's the one about girl wrestlers, right?
Yeah. The gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Yep. And speaking of girl wrestlers, Carmella has a mandatory title defense for the SmackDown Women's title at Money in the Bank, and Asuka is the one who will be challenging her for it, which I think means that Asuka is going to win the SmackDown Women's title, because they didn't want to have that title transition directly from Charlotte Flair to Asuka, because those are both audience favorites, and Carmella is a heel, and so, like, you definitely put a heel to bridge between two audience favorite title holders. So, I'm good with that. Asuka's fucking awesome, and I can't get enough of the work that AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura are doing right now. Those guys are fucking awesome. Like, they've had them headlining SmackDown for, like, every week for, like, weeks now, and I don't mind. It has not gotten old yet. Don't sleep on wrestling, Tegan.
Okay.
It's like chess, but, like, also theater.
Take a nap with wrestling.
It's like anime with real people in it.
What?
It is kind of anime. I'll give it that.
Anime with real people in
Meaning
it.
they're not cartoon people.
Like, it's like dramatic shenanigans.
You're dramatic shenanigans.
I don't think it's an insult, Tegan.
I don't think so either.
Rocky.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There's games that you played which I've never played, and we're going to get to those.
Okay.
But you played A Way Out.
Oh, you did play A Way Out.
Well, a little bit. We got out of prison. It was neat. We escaped using the power of friendship and also chokeholds, you know. Brian broke a washing machine, and I carved a hole out the back of my prison cell while Brian did look out. We had to coordinate. We learned how to coordinate a little bit. Feels good. What else did we do? Brian, what else did we do?
So, some things that we did are when we got to places where Tegan and I had been presented a choice, we did the other thing.
Ooh, you did the other thing?
Yes, so...
Oh,
Brian really wanted to hold up that old family.
Yeah, remember how we let the horses out the barn, Tegan?
Yeah. Good on us.
Instead, we snuck up on the old people.
No!
Yeah, then we locked them in a closet and then put a wardrobe in front of it. And somehow they still got out and tried to shoot at us.
What?
That's because that old dude is Diesel.
Why would you put Vin Diesel in a closet?
Oh, I shot a bunch of cop cars. Like, I killed, 80 cops. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the chase sequence where Leo is in the back of the truck. And, yeah. It was that.
He could actually do it? Hey!
Were you Leo back then, or were you
No,
Vincent?
I was Vincent. No, wait.
Okay.
Was I
Oh,
Leo?
you were Vincent.
No, I was
Were you
Vincent.
driving or were you shooting?
I was Vincent. I was driving. I was driving very poorly, to be fair. I'm not a very... I told Brian I'm not a good driver in real life or in video games.
Oh, God. That's like the worst possible position. Oh, no. Yeah, we only crashed a couple of times. Oh, we crashed that boat 3 times.
Oh God, the part where you have to paddle down the river. Also, Tegan, we appeared to discover the correct way to catch the fish.
Wait, there's a correct way to catch the fish?
Yeah, there's a correct way to catch the fish. Because, once we were oh, okay.
It wasn't the way we did it? Because to be fair, I did it in 3 shots.
Right, so there is a way to essentially, corral all of the fish into a single location so none of them can move. So you both then just have your fish, and move on with life. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can zone the fish.
And it's evident that that's what they want you to do. because the fish react to the way that you are moving. So one of you can stand in the water, and then the second one forces the fish to swim around because the water's shaped like a donut, swim around up to the other person, and they won't go past the second person. So you force them into a small enough area, and as long as you both have your spear, you both get delicious fish meats. So that was a lot more successful for me than when you and I played. Because when you and I played, I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I was like, oh, there's a way that they want you to do this, and it's so much easier. Also, Rocky and I both perfectly comfortable bopping dudes on the back of the head. So the section where there's like 900 guys and you're like wandering through the bushes went so much faster because we were both actively bopping. It's like, okay, you're going to bop a dude. I'm going to bop a dude. We bopped all these dudes. And every time there was a section where you had to bop 2 dudes simultaneously, Rocky would preface the bopping by shouting the power of friendship. Yeah. And
they can't stand it, the power of friendship.
And Tegan, the part where there is a oncoming truck and you need to pull into the right lane super quick in order not to hit the oncoming truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hit that oncoming truck once. So.
Oh no!
Yeah, he drove like right into it, and I was like, "Oh,
You're
man.
just like, fuck it, here we go."
It's like you have like such a narrow window to pull into the right lane because of the construction. Because that's the whole thing, is that there's construction in the right-hand lane. And so, like, your window to pull into the right lane is pretty tight. And I was like, I knew it was coming up. I was like, here, I know this is coming up because I remember this shit. I remember we did this, like, 4 or 5 times. Fuck. And I'm like, I did it once. And I'm like, all right, God damn it. Like, so, because I was looking forward to saying, like, and I never hit the truck in the face, Tegan. But no, But I hit the truck in the face.
Yep. Ha ha. Not as easy as it looks, is it?
So what are you thinking of it so far, Rocky?
It's cool. I like how like minigame centric it is. It kind of reminds me of like the better part of the QuickTime events in Yakuza, which I'm pretty cool with. It's basically, actually it's really like a very linear, streamlined like Yakuza. Like you don't really have time to like wander around and do stuff, but there's like a lot of stuff that you are actually doing. It's just in a row, which is cool.
We did spend some time playing horseshoes. That was nice.
Oh fuck, I'm so mad about that.
Why are you mad about horseshoes, Rocky?
Because I know I could have won, Brian. I only did it twice.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, when you get to play darts, I kicked Brian's ass.
Wild. Let's get it. Oh, I got an achievement because I spun the windmill.
You did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was cool.
Yeah, because there are like trophies or chivos that you don't just automatically unlock by proceeding through the game. In fact, I think all of the achievements are that way. Like you could totally blow through the warden's office without freeing that bird. And we made sure to get the bird.
Oh yeah.
Who? What?
But you did it.
Yep.
You did it.
I know that we missed that windmill thing, Tegan. So yeah. So I'm curious to see like how many more of these we'll find. This way through. But yeah. So I think we've probably got, just because we seem to be pushing through it faster. Which is, I think, partly because, like, since I know what's coming up, like, I'm, like, able to be like, all right, I know this part's coming up, and I know that they're going to try and surprise us with this, but I'm familiar with it. So that helps smooth it over a little bit.
Well, it's also, I think, like, you guys are in the same time zone, almost. You're, like, way closer together than we are, so, like, it's probably a little bit easier to schedule time to play, too.
And I know that I will be off on Monday this week, so hopefully Rocky and I should be able to start a little bit earlier and get this thing knocked out this coming week.
I'm also off on Monday.
Fantastic.
Hey, Stream gang. Indeed.
Or maybe we could watch a Fast and the Furious movie.
We could watch a movie!
Yeah.
What?
Well, I guess that remains to be seen.
That sounds like fun.
Rocky, you played video games that I have not played.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, I've actually played some really good video games this week, guys. So, Wizard of Legend finally came out. And for people who don't know, it is an action roguelike focused on movement and, like, flashy magic attacks. And it's super cool. There's, like, over 100 spells or arcana. And they're separated, I think, into 6 elements. It's like fire, ice, lightning, water, earth, and wind. And basically, you got a spell that's mapped to like each of your 4 buttons, and then you can get additional spells to like LNR and the relics that can give you other like customizable abilities. And then you get these cool cloaks, and you just run around and you just fuck up these random monsters until you get to the bosses, which are just like super cinematic. Like I fought like this like flame queen caster, and she just like is all like dive kicks and like meteors and shit. And like I've only beaten her twice. Like I'm actually kind of worried because the game seems a little short. There are 3 bosses. There's a fire boss, which I think is Zarya, and then there's Freya, who's the ice boss, and I forget what the earth boss is. But their magic looks super cool, and from what I can tell, because I've already found a couple of spells that some of the magic users already use. Like, the Earth guy has a drill that he, like, summons on his arm and just, like, charges at you with. And I've already gotten that spell. So I'm pretty sure you can get spells of, like, the bosses that you fight. And, the levels leading up to the bosses, because it goes, like, 2 mini levels and then the boss, which have their own mini bosses, are all, like, procedurally generated. So the maps are more or less the same, but they change a little bit. And the enemy placement's a little different too. And the bosses you fight at the end of each mini level is also like a pumped up version of a normal enemy, like a powered up rogue or a powered up mage or a powered up lancer, shit like that. And they come with like mobs that you have to clear out as well. And the game is mostly about just like landing your combo, but also dodging all the bullshit that's happening to you. So like it's part bullet hell, it's part roguelike. It's action RPG, and it's super sick. Like, I'm having such a great time. Like, I feel like everyone should be playing this game so that we get DLC, and we might get, like, 6 levels or whatever, or a sequel. I mean, I know it's a 2-man team, so it's in the same boat as, like, Battle Chef Brigade. But it's a very, like, clean-feeling experience, even if it's not the most, like, I guess, graphically advanced. Like, it's still, like, in 16-bit, but the game feels good, it's super responsive, and, like, fighting shit looks super cool. And I haven't tried the co-op yet, and I should, because you get a special item that just buffs you in co-op. But yeah, man, Wizards of Legend is super dope.
Nice.
It is pretty hard, though.
On a scale of, like, 1 to 10,
admit that.
how hard is it?
It's maybe a 7 out of 10. Like, it reminds me of, like, the first time I started playing, like, Bloodborne. You get a lot better if you're just, like, patient and you, like, resist the urge to, like, mash your way out of trouble. And there's definitely, like, while you're just thrown into levels, that is true. Like, you learn by, like, by doing. And there's definitely little things in the game that, like, help you do stuff. Like, for example, whenever you drop onto a map, there are 3 shops and, like, 3 mob encounters. Well, 3, like, large mob encounters before you fight the mini-boss. And the shops are always kind of the same. Like, there's a shop where you can buy more, like, spells. There's a shop where you can buy relics or items. And one of them is always a health potion that just gives you back, like, half your health. And the other one's, like, some random thing where you make some sort of wager. Like, sometimes you can bet an Arcana to, like, increase your max health pool. You can bet an Arcana, or you can swap an Arcana based on, like, this card dealer's, like, draw. There's also a pinata, like this weird, colorful pinata that if you land a combo that's long enough, it'll give you a bonus spell. And I haven't found a 4 set of spells that allows me to beat it outright, but I know when I get, like, my 5th spell, generally I can take it. And the spells are super cool. Like, they're in a different, like, they have, like, I guess, specific slots. Like, you have your basic, quote-unquote, which is your jab, essentially. Like, you start with, like, a wind jab, but sometimes you can, like, just cast small beams or something like that. You get a dash spell, which at first just allows you to dash, but later on you get different versions of ones. Like, I have a fire dash that, like, leaves a trail of flames behind me that I can use defensively.
Oh, okay.
I have an ice dash, which basically leaves a clone of me wherever I, like, start dashing. So, like, monsters will go after that, like, as I'm, like, repositioning. And then you have your standard spell, which is just, like, any kind of spell you can get. Like, you can get the Earth Drill. I've been using Chain Lightning lately. But you can summon things like orbs, like, with your elemental flavor of your choice. There's one that, like, literally just has me dash at an opponent and then just, like, land a quick melee combo and then, like, explodes around me. And then there's your signature, which is, like, basically a buffed version of your standard spell. And when you fill up your super meter by landing a large enough combo, you get a increased potency level of that spell. Like, sometimes you get 2 rings of, like, orbs that surround you and bounce off enemies. I've been using an ice wall, because usually, like, it throws, like, ice in front of me and it brings back whatever it catches in it. And the ice wall in its super form gets, like, 5 times wider, and it goes back and forth, like, 6 times. So it's a great thing to, like, catch, like, a group of enemies, like, all at once. It's very neat. And then there's things that you can do, because, like, the game is centered around this event called the Chaos Trials, which is what you're doing. You're going through these, like, gauntlets to find out if you're a good enough mage or something. Like, you've been invited.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, a bazaar around it. So, like, while you can get spells inside, like, the stages or whatever, you can also increase your setup pool of spells and relics outside of it using, like, in-game currency. And then there are people you can talk to try to get the main bosses in an order that is more comfortable for you by, like, paying a little bit of, like, gems and whatnot. And there's also another, like, person you can talk to where you can trade gems for, like, gold that you can spend on spells and, like, relics in the stage, like, so you can have that ready. There's a lot of really neat things you can kind of push and pull against. And there's dummies everywhere that allows you to practice spells, or, like, interact with how relics work and whatnot. It's very cool. It's a nice little game, I think.
So one thing I'm always curious about with, like, these kind of roguelite games is whether or not there is anything which is persistent between runs, a la, like, say, Rogue Legacy, where as your dudes die, the the generational lineage would have some persistent changes between runs. Is there anything that you carry over from run to run in this game?
I guess gems in your spell pool. Because, like, the idea is that your loadout is something that's customizable. And while you fight your way through, like, the levels, like, you gain more currency, which allows you to, like, increase your spell and relic pool to get something that you'd actually want to run with. And when you're in the stages, and honestly, I've only gotten past, like, a single full stage. Like, I've beaten 2 of the bosses already, but not, like, in a row, because that sounds, like, horrifying. But when you get enough spells, because you'll have, like, your 4 spells for ABXY, and then you get a spell for LNR, and if you get another spell, it goes into your ZL slot, which is your menu slot, and you can take that spell out of the stage with you whenever you, like, lose or win. So you can unlock, like, new spells to buy by continuing to play, but by, like, getting far enough and collecting enough spells, you can just get one for free to take out. But outside of that, I don't think narratively I don't think there's anything that's, like, persistent, because you're not actually dying, you're just, like, essentially being KO'd and sent back to the beginning of the trial.
Well, I will definitely try and, poke at that at some point. It sounds cool, man. I also like the idea that it sounds like... How long would you say a run is? Like...
A single run?
Yep.
All the way through, I think it's going to be something like 30 minutes. But I've cleared a single stage, I think, in about 9. And all the way to, like, a first boss, which is, like, 1-2, 1-1, 1-2, and then, like, the boss fight is about 15 minutes. No, okay, so, like, a whole run would probably be something like 45 minutes to an hour if you get through the whole thing. Faster if you're speedrunning.
All right, man. Well, I definitely want to poke at that. I also see here that you have been playing a game with a very long title.
Oh, yeah. Under Night in Birth EXC Late to S.
That's too long.
Which is,
Too long!
Yes,
the title is too
you
long!
are correct. Well, to be fair, it's a dumb anime fighter. So
oh, that's fine then. That's totally acceptable.
It started out as Unib, or Under Night in Birth, and then they made Uniel, which is Under Night in Birth EXE Late, and as of February, they put out on PS4, it's been in Japanese arcades for about 2 years now, I think, Under Night in Birth EXE Late Est, and it's a dumb, edgy anime fighter, and it is the best anime fighter that no one is playing. I personally started getting into it because me and a friend were fucking around with Cross Tag, and we did the beta last week. And I really like the Uniel characters. Like, they're neat and, like, weird. And I watch some of their tournaments sometimes because, like, Uniel is one of those fighters that has, like, systems on systems. Like, there is a system where you are rewarded for how aggressive you are in the fight, and there's a timer that goes off at the bottom of the screen, and every, I think, 15-20 seconds, it, like, chooses a winner of that, like, tug of war, and the winner gets, like, a 10% damage boost in, like, that fight, for, like, the next, I don't know, 15-20 seconds, so it's really pays you to be aggressive, but only selectively so, because, like, there's a lot of ways to punish people. And it has all the standard commands as forward quarter turns, back quarter turns, half circles, and even Rekkas, which you don't see a lot of these days. And the characters have all weird and goofy mechanics. Like, there's a girl with, like, a gun and a chain whip. There's a girl with a katana that can, like, slash you from 3/4 screen if you're not careful, which is why there's an entire blocking system that's basically like advancing guard, but instead of just push blocking, it also allows you to step in earlier and, like, aggress, and that's really important against some fighters. There's, like, giant goofy command grab characters. Man, like, it's dumb. There's, like, everybody has, like, a lot of tools as far as, like, fighters go. It's definitely not pared down as, like, Street Fighter, like, 4 or 3 was, but everyone has them. And so it's kind of wacky. Not to the point of, like, Marvel 3, where, like, everything's out of control and, like, if you touch someone wrong, you will die. But, it's definitely fast and, like, wacky enough that, like, you gotta stay on your toes no matter who you're fighting against. It's really neat. Having a lot of fun with it. And the tutorial is actually really robust. If anyone is interested in getting into fighting games, Unio, or Unist at this point, actually probably has the best tutorial next to Skullgirls, I'd say, because it not only covers how to play this game specifically, but it gives you a lot of insight on how, like, fighters work as a whole. Like, they're, you know, like, consecutive combos, canceling, movement, footsies, like, links and even plinks. I believe there's a section on them. It's a pretty big tutorial. Like, I think there's, like, over 150 lessons altogether. And, like, the first, like, 54 are, like, beginner. Like, it's, like, basic and then beginner and then intermediate and advanced and whatever. And, man, I've been having a lot of fun. Like, characters have, like, they have stuff like smart steer combos, which is what I've been using when I'm fighting, like, in friendlies and whatnot. But they have, like, really interesting combo routes where you can chain not only, like, ABC combos, but also, like, you can mix in standing and crouching ABC combos to extend them. So, like, you can have combos that have easily 6 to 9 hits before you even add in specials or supers. And especially if you, like, carry someone into the air, I don't know, it's dope. I'm having a lot of fun, like, engaging with this fighting game.
Well, that sure is an anime fighter. I don't know why that's so fucking funny. I'm just sitting here looking at screenshot.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. And Brian, it's so edgy. Like, it's so up its own ass. Like, every time you, like, get into a fight, there's, like, a full paragraph blurb about, like, each character that comes on screen. And it's, man, it's just... And there's, like, the main character, Hyde, like, he has a giant red, like, katana, so he's just, like, you know, classic main character sword guy, but he has the goofy card anime hair, and then he, like, pulls the sword out of, like, a portal in his left hand, and it's just like, okay, dude, we get it. Like, oh, man. And there's these weird, like, monsters that are in the cast, like Merkava, and then there's, like, this goofy anime girl that's, like, a charge character with, like, a flash kick and a spinning dive kick, man. Like, fuck, dude, this game is cool. It's cool, but it's dumb. And it's like, God, I'm having so much fun. Also, I've been talking for like 8 years. Somebody please stop me.
Tegan, have you been playing any anime fighting games?
Fuck yeah, I have. Not really. I am playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth still. You know, because it's a traditional Japanese RPG, it's a lot of grinding. I'm not cool enough yet to be able to evolve anyone to champion. But I do have 6 rookie Digimon on my team, so that's cool. I have Patamon, Salamon, Gabumon, Gomamon, Renamon, and Terriermon.
Oh, wait, okay, I have one question.
Yeah!
Are, like, all of the Digimans, do their names end in mans?
Okay, so, fun story!
It's a yes or no question,
Yes,
Tegan. Yes or no question.
because all of the Digimon are a file type mon for monster. So, like a .exe, yeah. All the Digimon are MON.
Wait, okay,
they're
right.
data. They're internet. They're data. They're all data. Well, they're not all data types, but...
I need to ask a question, Tegan.
Okay.
So, Digimans are a file...
No, Mons.
Huh?
Yeah. Digimon. MON.
Oh, Tegan, this
not
is the
M-A-N.
second week I've been running this bit.
I know. And it frustrates me every time you say man.
Alright, so the Digimans...
Come get your mans.
...are all a .man file. And that's why their names are all like... Tunafish.man. Or like... Angry Crabapple.man. That's why...
Yes, but that's not typically the naming convention. But yeah. They're all mon. Everything that's a monster in Digimon is a mon, an MON. All of them. So that's the going theory anyway. Because so Digimon and Tamagotchis came out at the same time, and they utilized the same language. And so, the theory is that Tamagotchi nobody knows technically who started Digimon or who started Tamagotchi. So like, you know, that's a thing.
Whoa.
What? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. Yeah. Hi.
Do you mean like in lore nobody knows, or somebody's actually peddling the idea that like, man, where Tamagotchi came from, that's a fucking puzzle.
No, it's like, there are a bunch of people who claim to have invented the Tamagotchi, but, like, Japan isn't releasing officially who did it.
No,
so you don't
Japan
know.
Isn't a company, like...
Japan's a thing! Anyway, shut up! Okay, so...
What do you mean, anyway, shut up?
So...
Like, I'm literally looking at... I have the Wikipedia entry for Tamagotchi open.
I know.
Tamagotchi was invented by Aiki Maita, for which she won the 1997 IG Nobel Prize for Economics. There you go. Puzzle
Let me
solved.
find the thing. He won a Nobel Prize for economics for inventing Tamagotchi. Amazing! Economists invent a digital game and then, like, do some stuff. Anyway! Some Tamagotchi have turned into Digimon. That's, like, a canonical thing that actually happened.
Uh-huh.
So, the theory is all Tamagotchi are Digimon? Sort of? There's a thing. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Playing Digimon. It's a good time. So I have a mix of O2 or O1 and O3 Digimon. Right now, I don't know. I assume I can get, like, Vmon and Armadillomon in them from O2, but I don't actually know.
Armadillomon?
Armadillomon! Yeah!
Who the fuck was asleep at the wheel when they named that one?
He looks like an armadillo.
I would never have guessed.
He's a good boy! Armadillomon.
Right,
he has a southern accent, too.
So.
Like a typical Texan accent in the English dub. It's a good time.
So I'm going to walk into the ocean.
What?
Jesus Christ. Armadillomon.
I didn't hear anything that you said, Brian.
Alright, so anyway, you've been grinding this JRPG.
Mm-hmm. It looks like I'm gonna be able to get the O2 Cruise, Digimon in the game, which is exciting for me. But right now what I'm doing is, going around the building, doing my little cyber sleuthing, which is basically like, because I am now a digital being, my actual body is in a coma, in a hospital that I can visit, which is neat. I can see my body and people are like, you look like that person. Are you guys siblings? And I'm just like, that's fucking me. But like, I can like zip into people's phones and stuff. So, to like get into the internet, which is pretty sweet. But, so what I'm doing is I'm like solving hacking things. I'm like breaking up hacker gangs and like solving mysteries, and basically all these little Digimon are running around in people's stuff and causing mischief. It's a good time. And meanwhile, I'm catching and I'm taming and training my own Digimon up. Yay! It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm only like 8 hours in now, but it's still good. Still good. And it's a good thing that I have a lot of stuff like inside to keep me occupied, because it's so humid. My doctor's office sent me an email. The pollen count is so high and it's so humid outside that my doctor's office sent me an email that said, to everyone who has severe asthma, maybe avoid going outside. So I'm not supposed to, if I can avoid leaving, I'm supposed to avoid leaving and try to stay in an area with a dehumidifier running. So, you know. Yay! Lungs! They work. You know who else's lungs work? Kirby's. I'm playing Kirby Star Allies. I did my own transition, Brian. How's that?
Well, Brian, I guess we can go home. Tegan doesn't need us for segues anymore.
I'll just do all the jobs. It'll be fine. Kirby Star Allies is fun! Alex and I are playing together, so we're playing 2-player. I get to be Kirby, because I'm cuter, and Alex gets to be all of the little helper companions. So we can capture different companions using the power of friendship, and then they can use their different elemental abilities to do different stuff. And if I'm like somebody who has like a weapon, like a sword or a spear or something, I can hold my weapon in the air, and one of my allies who has an elemental attack will come over and imbue my weapon with that element. It's pretty sweet.
So, I take it that since you're having a good time with it, you are able to discern at any given time what is happening on screen.
Yeah, it's real easy, actually. Why would you not be able to tell what's happening on screen?
Be nice to our dad. He has trouble seeing things.
I mean, oh, is that the problem? Is that why you don't like Kirby Star Allies?
There's 900 fucking things going on. And at any given point, like, I got the impression that I never actually had to do anything in that game. except for maybe boss fights. It seems like you kind of have to do stuff during boss fights, but if you go anywhere with any dudes at all, like the AI in that game is like incredibly overactive for like the helper AI. They're like, whoa, all right, no problem, and they just like go everywhere and they murder everything. You're just like, I guess I can just like shamble to the right while all of my helpers just murder everything.
They don't start murdering stuff until you start attacking stuff. Otherwise, they'll just walk into it. They'll just wander right into stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, when I played that game, it just seemed like it was so visually chaotic because, like, everything is just running everywhere, doing all the murders I should be doing.
I mean, you don't have to use the helper. You only need one helper at most. And even then, you can kick them out of your party at any time.
Well, you run across stuff so often,
you don't have
which
to
is
have
like... okay, you need 4 dickheads to pull this thing to open this next thing, or...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you can kick them all out. And then you can go get 4 more dickheads when you need 4 more. You don't, like... You only need them to, like, open stuff. You don't need them
so
for
often,
any of the
like,
fights.
you'll come to an area which will be like, okay, in order to do the thing in here, you need a fire guy, because a fire guy needs to do this. Like...
And they put a fire guy right outside, so, like, you could have been that fire guy. You could have been the fire guy, Brian! What the hey? But yeah, it's fun. It's a good time! I'm having a good time.
Fantastic. I just think that, like, using a game's full feature sets shouldn't make it more confusing or less fun. I mean, what you're saying, Tegan, is certainly true. Like, I could elect to not gather helper AI, which would make the game less visually chaotic, and it would mean that I end up doing more stuff myself. But, like, it seems like maybe like an adjustable difficulty setting, which like changes how many helpers you can have at any given time, and then you can just do some like in-world adjustments to the topography, which like say things that normally require 4 guys to open, you just adjust how many people are required to open it. So that way, like, if you're playing in like a higher difficulty setting, you're like, okay, this now requires 1 guy to open, so that way you don't have to travel with dudes all the time. Like, because as it is right now, like, if you play the game the way the game wants you to play it, there is a possibility that if you are playing it as a single-player experience, there will be vast portions of the game where you're like, I don't know, I guess I'm just here. Like, I could see that there is a fun game inside of there, but I have to fight to get the fun game out. Does that make sense? Okay, cool.
I think probably the reason I'm having way more fun than you are is because I'm playing with another human.
Right.
And Alex is already chaotic enough a player that, like, if the AI is being super helpful, I don't know, because Alex has already launched himself across the screen and killed everything. So, like, my AI companions are just shuffling around behind me, walking off cliffs. You know,
so
usual.
You have not had a chance to see the incredibly helpful, super murderous AI.
No, because I have an incredibly helpful, super murderous fiance. Alex and I can't play games together because he does all the stuff and then I don't get to do anything. It's not fair. No, it's totally fair. He's better at stuff a lot of times than I am. But that's okay. I'm better at puzzles! Dang it. He needs to acknowledge that. We just have different puzzling stuff. It doesn't matter. But yeah! And so now I have...
Tegan, did I see here that you bought some video games?
I did buy some video games. I did. I picked up Hyrule Warriors, which Alex and I are going to have fun playing together inside, where I don't have to worry about dying from pollen and humidity.
Sure.
And, Rocky, I picked up Persona 5.
Oh god, so are we doing this?
I don't know what we're doing.
We're gonna talk about Persona 5 while Tegan plays through Persona 5 and, like, really feels for these kids, but also wants to fuck up these terrible adults that fucking up
I'm
these
excited.
kids' lives.
A lot of my friends really love Persona 5, so I'm like, hey, it's on sale right now, and it's pre-owned, so fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And then the pre-owned copy that I got has the, like, steelbook case. Yeah, that's so I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Because, you know,
very great.
Soon, not next week, but the week after, is con day, where I have to go to a convention and do a bunch of stuff, look cute, and send pictures. I'm excited. Yeah.
Hey.
Now I just gotta hope my one prop comes in time, and then I have to style my wig, which I'm afraid to style because I'm afraid to style my wig. What if I ruin it? I'm so scared. I know I'm not gonna ruin it. I just gotta trim off like an inch or two, and then make it so that it like sticks out, like it does like a flip out. So it shouldn't be hard, but I'm just nervous. You know.
I had no idea that wigs were that emotionally exhausting.
They are.
I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess up because the wig, like, makes the outfit, you know? Like, people can have really, really, really great cosplay, but if their hair isn't, like, the right volume or, like, or doesn't contribute to, like, the correct silhouette of the character, it really gives it kind of, like, a flat look. You know? And so, like, I spent a long time picking out which particular color I was going to get and which style I was going to get based on the two incarnations of this character that I'm going to be cosplaying, so that it's, like, a happy medium between the two of them. And, like, because one of them is super saturated and one of them isn't, so it's like, but yeah. So I'm scared. I'm so scared! And my binder, I have to order a binder still, which I'm gonna order on Amazon, but like, you know. So that'll be a time. I don't know if I'm actually gonna wear it, because it'll entirely depend on how humid it is, whether or not I decide to wear it. Because like, I already can't breathe now, so the last thing I need is like additional compression on my chest. So, you know. It's the good times. We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Well, everybody, please #pray for miracles with the wig styling.
Yes, please. Please and thank you.
Appreciate it. We want the wig to work out.
I'm afraid.
We want there to be good wig times. Tegan, is there anything you're going to be doing at con? Like, other than walking around in, like, fabulous outfits?
Walking around in fabulous outfits. That's most of it. That's like 90% of what I do at cons. My friends are gonna be, well, this is Colossal Con, so it's at the Kalahari in Sandusky. You have to book for this con, like, yes, Roman, yeah, I know, you don't want us to go because you don't like being alone, I understand, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Mom's gonna watch you, it'll be fine. Okay, he seems appeased, temporarily. So, most of my friends, do lots of photo shoots. This year I'm not doing any photo shoots, because I didn't feel like it. Like, cause I'm not super confident in my cosplay. So there's that. Because I'm afraid of this wig. Normally I commission my wigs, but this time I'm like, this wig isn't so hard, I could do it myself. And now I'm scared, so, you know. Good times all around. But, like, I'm not doing any photo shoots this time, but, I do want to go to a lot of the panels this year. Last year when I did Colossal Con East, I went to some on, like, how to build certain, like, cosplay stuff. So, like, I did how to build a ball gown, menswear and you, and, like, a couple of things like that. This year, they haven't released the full schedule, but they have released, like, the group fan photo shoots, and so I'm gonna try and do a couple of those. And then, at least 2 nights, I'm gonna get trashed in the hot tub bar. So, we'll see how that goes. It'll be a good time. What? What?
Come on, Brian.
What? What's so funny?
I just, I think about I think about my original question about, what you were going to do.
Yeah.
Other than wear fabulous outfits. It all feels like a long wind up to at least 2 nights. I'm going to get trashed in the hot tub bar.
I mean, basically, you gotta highlight the other things, the educational opportunities of the convention. And then you have to say that you're definitely gonna get trashed in the hot tub bar, because that's why you go to the Colossal Con in the first place, is to get trashed in a swimsuit in the hot tub bar.
I feel like Tegan
And swimsuit
might
cosplay.
secretly be ready to go to EVO.
What? Why? I thought, wait, why?
Because Evil's
I'm
kinda
not wild,
Tegan.
though. I'm gonna
You're
be
a
in
little
bed by,
wild.
midnight. I'm gonna be trashed at, 7:30.
That's kind of the fucking point, Tegan.
Oh, okay.
I think that if we take Tegan to a video games convention in Las Vegas, there will probably be some 18-inch long margaritas and people shouting "woo!" I'm just.
Oh,
that's definitely a thing that
no.
will
I don't like
happen.
margaritas,
Yep.
though. Can I drink something else? Okay.
Yeah, of course. It's
I
Vegas,
just don't
they'll
like
make you whatever you
tequila.
want, Tegan.
Yep.
You gotta hide my tequila. Or, immediately wash it down with something better.
I'm just saying, that we secretly did not know that Tegan was ready for EVO, and at EVO she'll be playing drinking, and she's maining Di Serono.
Oh, no. This will be a good time. We need to, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the logistics for that drunk, podcast eventually.
Oh, God. With the ramen.
With the ramen. Yep.
Hey, you guys want to talk about the news?
Sure.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
News this week starts with one of our favorite companies, Valve. So it looks like Steam is going after adult visual novels.
Ooh. Wait,
Um,
in the acquiring sense?
No,
like
as in
the-
the
Take them down sense.
yeah.
What?
Several visual novel publishers and developers are reporting that due to a sudden change in Steam's content guidelines and policies, their games are under threat of being removed from Valve's platform. Visual novel makers have made public that Valve threatened to remove their games if they are not altered to fit content guidelines by the end of the month. Manga Gamer published a blog post regarding its visual novel Kindred Spirits. The company writes, Kindred Spirits has also been targeted by Steam's sudden and abrupt content policy shift and has been threatened with removal if content in the game is not modified. John Pickett of Manga Gamer told Motherboard that Kindred Spirits underwent a vigorous review by Valve's representatives, and Valve spent several weeks reviewing the game to check the content, and Manga Gamer and gave Manga Gamer its full approval and guarantee that it fell within Valve's content standards. Loopysoft says the developer has been one of the strictest in terms of following Steam's guidelines, and absolutely nothing in Mutiny, so said because the title has 2 exclamation points, that nothing in Mutiny violates their guidelines. Loopysoft went on to call Steam's sudden policy change a nuclear option. Guys, I've got all kinds of thoughts about this, but I would love to hear yours.
We can't bother to try and vet our games, so fuck it. No one gets to have fun. Actually, don't fuck it. No one gets to have fun.
Oh, no. Well, Valve, they take 30% of all sales, and so, usually you get some kind of service for that, and in this case, Valve decides to vaguely threaten developers and, not respond to, like, emails or communication. So, I don't know. Seems like a standard week for Valve. They're just moving into new territory. So, like, fuck them, I guess.
Yeah, I pretty much hate this. I mean, Steam is still the platform where fucking Achievement Hunter rears his ugly head on the reg, and the Apple Snake knows no fear, for he can come in many forms and many times. He is the Terror Eternal, all fear the Apple Snake. But God forbid your game have some fucking anime titties in it. And I think something else that bothers me about this is that, like, is there problem sexual content in games? Because if their concern is sexual content in games, then let me tell you about a little game called The Witcher 3, where Geralt gets his fucking dick worked on by several chicks. Geralt fucks on the back of a unicorn. As previously discussed on this podcast, Geralt fucks on the back of a unicorn. Grand Theft Auto 5, like, you can pick up hookers, get a blowjob. Like there's a variable price menu from hookers in GTA 5, depending on what you have them do. You pick a position in GTA 5 when you pick up a streetwalker. Jesus Christ. And some of these anime games that they have a problem with, there isn't even hardcore sex. It is literally just anime titties. Now, if Steam wants to try and make the argument that games developed in Japan are sometimes depicting individuals that are below 18, then I'm fine with hearing that argument. Remove those games selectively, but what they've been doing here is not reflective of that. It just appears to be a scattershot anime titties ban.
I don't think this... I don't have the info, but this, especially when it's like abrupt and sudden like this doesn't seem like it's related to policy. It's either something that they've been planning to do for a while, and they decided to do it in a point where people can't get mad at Steam, aka like summer sales, or they're trying to make themselves attractive for some sort of deal. But I don't know why Valve would be like entertaining, like partnering with someone or even selling to anyone. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, remember there were those rumors floating around a couple months ago about the idea that, like, Microsoft might be interested in purchasing Valve.
Right.
And because Valve is entirely privately held, it's not even something that could be pursued with a stock purchase. They would have to choose to sell. And
right.
Gabe said at the time, like, we have no interest in selling. And they also indicated that they have an increased interest in game development and game publishing, which has kind of, like, borne fruit so far with the purchase of Campo Santo, and then the introduction of their new streaming tool to allow people to stream games to their phones. But it... I think that, like, you're right on, Rocky, that this is about, like, forward-faced public positioning. They are anticipating a lot more people looking at their storefront, and they want to, I guess, to try and get what they think is the riffraff off. So, now they're going to just unevenly apply a sexual content policy, which should be removing, in theory, a bunch of other Western games. But... Yeah, this is...
Those are, like, widely successful.
Yep.
It makes a lot of money.
Yeah. Witcher makes all the money, so there goes The Witcher. But Honey Pop looks like anime titties, so out you go. Yeah. So... Can't wait to see what came out on Steam today.
I hope it's a fucking anime titty game. God damn. Why? Why do people have stuff against anime titties? The physics are hilarious. Oddly enough, that might be a panel I go to. The physics of anime titties. Where they actually figure out, like, what anime titties would have to be made of in order to move that way in shows. I love CODs. They're so funny.
Or, like, one of my favorite games so far this year is a game which is included in this targeting.
Which one?
Which is Mirror, a game that totally took me by surprise. You know, it's a game that cost a fucking $1, but, like, it's also in addition to being a sexy visual novel, it's also a match 3 puzzler, and it is one of the best match 3 games I've ever played, and apparently Steam doesn't want no part of that. They've also given those guys a month deadline. And I think the problem is that because so many people out there, you know, equate PC gaming and Steam as a one-to-one in their head. They're like, well, if it's not on Steam, I won't buy it. Like, this is going to severely hurt some folks because of how many people out there just won't buy PC games that are not available on Steam. Like, this sucks. Fuck Steam. I mean, fuck Steam for a whole bunch of other reasons, but today, fuck them for this.
Fuck them for not letting us fuck anime titties.
Yep.
Anime titties are like one of the few safe spaces. For people like me who are uncomfortable with bodies.
That sentence is amazing. I can't.
I'm broken.
There is no judgment with anime titties, though. They're all good titties. No, not all titty is good titty.
True enough. What? Oh no, Rocky Hardy, have never seen a bad titty. So, at least to me, all titty is good titty.
Brian, do you want to weigh in on the titty debate? Oh, Jesus.
I count myself as pro-titty.
Pro-titty.
I'm also in favor of jugs, boobs, knockers, sweater puppies, front knockers, and various other honkers.
Oh, right, that's right. We can ship Brian and Leo's nose. Leo's nose? Vincent's nose. No, Leo's nose. Leo nose. Yeah. Brian X Leo nose.
Oh, God. Okay, so
what do you
guys,
mean there's more bad news?
Sorry. Yeah. So, like, apparently there's been a lot of delays that have been announced, which, you know, is going to happen. In addition to all the new stuff that's coming, you know, apparently Kingdom Hearts 3 might be coming out this year. But
Rocky, did you hear that they're announcing the release date on Kingdom Hearts 3 next month? They've said the date, the date is next month.
Bruh, did I not say? Did I not say? Fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3. Fight me! Fucking fight me, Rocky. If they announce it at E3, I'm gonna come personally to Texas and kick your ass.
Tegan, first of all, you will not be able to fight me. That is not a thing
Why
that's
not?
going to happen. Because you need to eat like 1,000 more tacos, you know, like chug maybe a solid like pint and a half of hot sauce, you know, run about at least a half mile in this altitude before you even think about fighting me. Don't do this. Tegan Somerset.
I'm gonna do it. I'll fly to Texas and fight you.
Oh, God. Okay, well, anyway, so Skull and Bones is not coming out this year. Ubisoft told us that their stated reason... Ubisoft told us that they delayed Skull and Bones to give itself more time to develop it and to offer players an even more engaging experience. I personally think this has something to do with how quickly Sea of Thieves fell off. And so they're kind of going back to the drawing board. So I hope it goes well.
I don't think this is a case of necessarily going to the drawing board. I think that it's a case of they want the player progression to be clear from the start. Like, the biggest complaint I've heard from people about Sea of Thieves is that there is no player progression system whatsoever, because basically Microsoft just wants you to log in, be a pirate for a couple hours, then log off. Like, there is no... There is no in-game, like a lot of other loose MMOs. You know, like... no
one's a pirate king.
Exactly. Like, there's no ultimate end goal. So, like, even if the game already had, say, like a clear in-game structure, they probably want the fact that you're pushing towards something to be visible from the start. So, yeah, like, I never thought this game was going to be like Sea of Thieves. What they showed at E3 last year didn't look like Sea of Thieves, but, it looked like a very, very buttoned down, very, very specific kind of like tactical ship-based combat game. But if they want to try and find ways to further distance themselves from a game which has a lot of bad will right now, I certainly understand that. But I can live with that delay.
Yeah.
How long are they delaying it for?
It's going to come out sometime between April 1st of 2019 and March 31st, 2020. So they're skipping the whole fiscal year, man.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
But it'll be good.
I can live with that one. What else you got, Rocky?
Well, Skullgirls developer Lab Zero has also announced that their upcoming mystical RPG, Indivisible, won't make it in 2018 either.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
We actually have a quote. It's, while we did everything we could to prevent this from happening, #NotTrue, the simple reality is that Indivisible ended up being a much larger project than we could have anticipated, which was stated on their blog. This was not a decision we made lightly, nor did we make it alone. Needing more time to finish the game meant that we also needed more money. Fortunately, 505 Games has graciously funded the majority of the extension, and Lab Zero will be kicking in our Skullgirls royalties to cover the rest.
God damn it. Like, there are very few games this year that I was looking forward to as much as Indivisible. Yeah.
I mean...
I still... Go ahead, Tegan.
If it's gonna make it a better game... Like, I'm willing to wait. The fact that they're like, we need more time to finish this. Like, I respect that.
Yeah, it's another,
please
please understand. Come on, Brian, just understand.
Do our best.
But
they're doing their best.
The backer preview is so good, and I want to play...
they're gonna let you play
I love the
it.
backer
They
preview. I want to play more.
They want to make sure it's the game that they're promising you, Brian. That's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want another
Seriously.
Mighty Number 9 situation. Also, Metro Exodus, the third game in the Metro series, has been pushed back to 2019. That came from a press release from THQ Nordic.
I'm also heavily looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was looking forward to? Shenmue 3. You know? It got its Kickstarter, and like it started looking cool after they fixed the face models, but it's also been delayed to 2019. And the worst part, we don't get a monthly window. It's not between April and March or whatever. It's not next fiscal year. They're just like, next year sometime. That's it. And they tell us that the reason they did it is to, quote, polish the quality of the game even further to the high standards it deserves before they release the product in the best possible time frame. So they're just like, we're sorry, please understand. The actual quote is, to all of our backers, we are very sorry for the delay. After much discussion with our partners, Deep Silver, we concluded that extending the release will allow us to deliver Shenmue 3 at its best. We promise to use this time to improve the quality of Shenmue 3. We cannot thank you enough for your enduring support. So, like, I don't know, man. This is entering Kingdom Hearts territory. Not necessarily, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, but definitely Kingdom Hearts 2. And it's just, I don't know, man. I'm not...
I need them to add co-op mode where the second player is Tom with the hot dog truck. And you go forklift racing together.
Jesus, you're going to get the whole game delayed for like another 4 years, Brian, just for the stupid hot dog truck. I swear to
Maybe
God.
the hot dog truck could be DLC that they release after, like, sometime in the first year. Would that be acceptable?
I'm okay with that.
Only as long as they also add in Goro from Shenmue 1. Goro was the best. His cries of, "What's groovin', bro?" Definitely one of my favorite things that ever happened on the Dreamcast. So
I don't know what that means.
Bring back Goro. Let me get the hot dog truck. It'll all be okay.
I don't know what this means. I have concerns.
Well, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Yeah.
Hopefully the faces will be super good at this point. Tegan, do you have any good news?
No, just more bullshit. It's time for Boots on the Ground! Activision holds an event to announce details for Call of Duty Black Ops fucking 4! Woo! So, Black Ops 4 is not going to have a traditional single-player mode this year. Instead, the developers at Activision repeatedly stated how story elements would be woven into every aspect of Black Ops 4's various multiplayer modes. So, okay. Because everybody loves multiplayer-only games. Black Ops... So Black Ops 4 weapons will have specific attachments rather than attachments per class. In addition, guns will have a predictive recoil system to make them feel more realistic, which Treyarch says goes a long way to making weapons look and feel completely new. Yay!
But no.
Yeah.
But no.
But no. In terms of gameplay, Black Ops 4 will be 100% boots on the ground, meaning there is going to be no wall running, no thrust jumping, or anything else that takes players off their feet. So I guess explosions won't knock you back either.
Because Steam just banned thrust jumping.
Nah.
Oh no.
Nice. So let's see, what else? For the first time in Call of Duty multiplayer history, health is not going to regenerate automatically. Instead, players need to manually hit a health button where, after a delay, players will heal themselves. Fuck that!
Fuck off!
Fuck that!
That is the stupidest shit.
Black Ops 4 will ship with 3 complete zombie modes. The first 2, which were shown off, center around a group of 4 adventurers as they take on 2 vignette-style zombie adventures. Does that mean Left 4 Dead? Is that Left 4 Dead?
Pretty much. Like, one of them appears to be
Left 4
you're shooting zombies on the sinking Titanic.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
What? That's not where zombies go. For several reasons. But you know. Let's see what else. There's gotta be a Battle Royale mode called Blackout, which is what you're gonna want to do while you're playing this dumb game. It takes place on a map 1,500 times the size of Nuketown, and will include weapons, characters, and map elements from over 10 years of Call of Duty history. The mode will let players drive in, land, air, or water vehicles, and players will have to fight to become the last player standing. Okay. And yep.
So, it sounds like they're coming for PUBG more than, like...
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, and League play for Black Ops 2 is gonna return. Like League modes in other games, players will be ranked based on their competitive performance and placed in brackets specific to their skills. They will be able to climb the ladder in competitive League-style mode, or maybe fall in the rankings if they have a bad season. Are you a squid now? Are you a soldier now? Who fucking knows? Nobody knows! It doesn't matter, this is bullshit! This is not Black Ops! I don't even play Black Ops, I know this is a Black Ops! Jesus!
Yeah. It's weird. Whack. I hope they lose. Honestly.
Lose what?
By they, do you mean Activision?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, this, like... It's so weird that, like... I each time I look at one of these bullet points, I'm like, yes, this is the one I hate the most. And then I look at a different bullet point, and I'm like, no, this is the one I hate the most. Admittedly, I didn't hate the zombie thing so much until I actually just went and watched the trailer, and then I was like, holy shit, I hate this.
Just sitting there like, holy shit, I hate this.
But the Battle Royale is just like...
No, because, like, so, this is the thing, and I'm really upset about it. Like, Battle Royale is not, like, something that really just popped up as a trend for everyone to follow. Like Green spent, like, 7 years on this idea. You know what I mean? Like, he sat down and he tried to make, like, the best possible game experience from like what he had. And then it blew up once it got into like the hands of the right people, essentially. And now like all the big people are trying to copy it like it's the new Strat, but it's because like they're picking up a finished product and like slapping their sticker on it. And like that's not what the game's about. You know what I mean? Like even like Fortnite is done better than like PUBG and a lot of its clones because it's adding to the idea. It's improving on the idea of the game by adding a new dimension through stuff like building. And like this empty-handed like cash grab shenanigans that like Call of Duty is doing where they're just like changing things that aren't really about the game. Like they're just trying to do stuff to get more people in the room. It's fucking lame and I hate it.
Yeah, they did not mention at their shitty little event what the maximum player count is going to be for this this battle royale, and I think that you guys will recall that when that rumor leaked the first time, I expressed some concern about the viability of Call of Duty Battle Royale because of where the underlying original net code for Call of Duty comes from. I still have those concerns. I think that there is a possibility that they're going to dump you onto some big-ass map and be like, congratulations, you're on this big-ass map. All 30 of you. And that's going to seem real fucking dumb. That's going to be real bad. Like, I'm just picturing a Call of Duty match where, like, picture Call of Duty and the way Call of Duty is paced and the movement speed of Call of Duty, where you are running around and haven't seen a guy for 3 minutes. Like, Call of Duty is designed to be like shooting guys in the face, like, every 20 seconds. That's how the game is structured.
Yeah.
Like, I just... It's weird because it feels like Battle Royale is kind of the antithesis of the Call of Duty experience.
Right.
And that's part of what made Battle Royale succeed, is because, like, it offered a different shooter experience entirely. So I just don't see... You know, like, if they were going to try and eat somebody's lunch or steal from somebody, I think that maybe more of, like, a traditional, like, Counter-Strike style experience might have been something that they could have more easily stolen and gotten away with and had it make sense. But this just seems like fucking trash. Also, bringing back League play, huh? Like, have we really reached the point where somebody at Activision is like, but esports? Like, because that feels like the point here. That they're like, but esports. We can get esports, you know? And...
You guys remember esports, right?
Yeah, what if we have guys playing COD while wearing jerseys? That'll be great.
No, it won't.
Like, just let people shoot each other in the face really quickly, have a Snoop Dogg voice pack, call it a day. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Oh. Guys, Sony murdered the Vita.
What do you mean Sony murdered the Vita?
They have taken the Vita off life support. It is now a time until multiple organ failure.
What?
So Sony's American and European branches are ending Vita game card production by the close of fiscal 2018.
No.
Developers are told to submit product code requests by June 28th, 2018. Final purchase orders should be entered by February 15th, 2019. Sony has confirmed this to Kotaku. PS Vita cartridges can still be PS Vita games will still be able to be purchased digitally after cartridge production ends. The Vita is being phased out of Sony's main product lineup. Oh, Jesus. I would say that it was phased out of their main product lineup in 2014, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, come on, let's be real here. There's only so many times you could send fucking fat Gio Corsi out on a stage. Be like, and here's my Vita! And he holds up a Vita to remind you that Sony's aware that the Vita exists. The company previously announced that starting next year after February, the Vita games will no longer be offered as part of the PS Plus subscription. And as everybody remembers, they are not adding more PS4 games to make up for the games you're no longer getting on the Vita.
Right.
The Vita launched in 2012 as part of as Sony's next-gen portable.
At the time, the graphics were, and let's be real, at the time they launched, the graphics were the best on a portable console. But the system could not gain ground against mobile devices in the 3DS. And I am one of the people who firmly believe that the reason that happened is because Sony fucked up. Like, this is all on Sony. They didn't support the device. They didn't price the device appropriately. They didn't create adequate incentives to own this thing and a PlayStation 4. The type of experiences they tried to put on the thing in the first place were like large console-style experiences. Like, hey, play an Uncharted game on your Vita. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And they're like, okay, that's great. Well, how about Killzone on your Vita? Like, I don't want to play Killzone on my Vita. And the stuff that they went after with third-party developers initially was telling them to make these big-ass, giant console-size experiences. And you could only put big-ass, giant console-style experiences on a portable if the portable, I don't know, has a way to hook up to your fucking television, so that way you can sit on your couch and play it. A la the Switch. If you're going to have a dedicated mobile device, it needs to have games on it which lend themselves to, easier breakpoints, things that you can consume in like bite-sized chunks. Like Spelunky is an incredible game on Vita. And they never got around what makes a good portable game. It's amazing. It's kind of like a repeat of the launch of the original Game Boy. In 1988, the Atari Lynx comes out, and it is a full-color, backlit game system, which is able to, through some like real technical wizardry, have unlimited sprites on screen. It just looks so good. Yeah, it was a 16-bit portable console with a backlit LCD screen in 1988. And then along came the Nintendo Game Boy in 89, which was a 8-bit black and white screen with no backlight, and a lot of the launch games were super trash. But it ate the Lynx's lunch because Atari just did not know how to deal with that console. And it's kind of like, it's the fucking same thing. The Vita is a far superior machine, technically, to the 3DS. A much more powerful machine than the 3DS. But Sony just did not know what to do with it. Like, rip Sony, like, portable development. Like, those guys blunder-fucked their way through the PSP and the Vita. They should just quit while they're ahead. Just stop. Just don't do it again.
I mean, they probably will.
Ugh. Garbage tier. Garbage tier.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of garbage tier, Lawbreakers and Radical Heights studio, Boss Key Productions, is closed, according to Cliff Bleszinski. So, rip them. Rest in pieces. In a statement issued on Twitter, Bleszinski writes, Lawbreakers was a great game, sure, that unfortunately failed to gain traction. And in a last-ditch attempt, we scrambled to do our take on the huge battle royale genre with Radical Heights, which was well received. However, it was a little too late. All right. The shuttering of Boss Key appears immediate, and Bleszinski says that he'll be taking time off to reflect. He also says that the servers for Radical Heights will remain up for the time being, though only for the near future.
Yup.
I don't think Lawbreakers was a great game. I think it was a good game. I don't think it was ready to go online. It wasn't polished enough yet, but it was fine. It was a game. And you guys already know how I feel about Battle Royale clones, so I'm not really going to talk about Radical Heights.
To be fair, I think that if they had waited, I feel like if they had waited to release Radical Heights, it could have eventually done what we like about Fortnite, which is bring enough new gameplay elements
because there was the stuff with like the half pipes and the bicycles, and the idea was to keep on adding in like extreme sports stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as it was, those parts were not fully developed, so it didn't feel distinct enough. How do you guys feel about this?
I hope that the people who just lost their jobs like find something else to do very quickly.
Yep. That kind of lives close to home this week. Yeah, I saw that like Cliffy B shared some like concepts for games that Boss Key didn't do because they chose to do Lawbreakers and Radical Heights instead. And one of them was a game called Dragonflies, which he described as a feudal punk game, where there were these like large airships that were controlled by ninjas and samurais, and that the airships had on them dragon roosts, and so the players would go out and ride dragons like fighter planes that would take off the giant airships.
Okay.
And
That sounds cool.
he shared a bunch of the concept art for it, and it looks so much more distinct and unique. Like it seems like like an idea. It seems like a voice. I'm like, man, why didn't you guys make that game? Also, it was designed to be like a P versus E co-op experience. So something that you are playing in groups instead of like an entirely dedicated PvP experience. And I'm like, man, like that sounds like fun.
Yeah, like something like Eve, but like in fantasy.
It was apparently supposed to be like smaller groups, like groups of like 3 to 4.
Okay.
And it was supposed to have like a campaign and then like repeatable stuff. And I'm like, man, all this sounds like so much better than and as he like went through like sharing more and more of these ideas that like didn't happen, like I would really wish that they had done any one of these than what they ended up doing. It's such a shame. I really hope that all those folks, find work soon. I mean, fortunately, they are, Boss Key is in the same town as Epic. So, a lot of those folks now have on their resume, have worked on a Battle Royale game that runs on Unreal. So, they could put that on their resume, and hopefully some of them will be able to get work there. A lot of those folks...
Maybe we'll get skateboards in Season 5 of Fortnite.
That'd be neat.
Who knows?
Oh.
A lot of those folks used to work at Epic because they left Epic to come work with Cliffy. So, hopefully some of them are able to go back. So, guys, it feels like so far we've had a bunch of fucking news, which has been a bummer this week. Like, Valve going after the titties. All the video games got delayed. And I think it's just because of our perspective, but like Black Ops 4 feels like a shit show too. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Sony.
I have a dedicated heal button. Jesus.
I'm glad that Rocky's own personal, that's the worst bullet point, is the heal button. Sony taking the Vita off life support. Boss Key Productions shutting down. So how about some news which isn't terrible?
What do you got, man?
Microsoft announced the Xbox Adaptive Controller for players with limited mobility.
Ooh.
Yeah, a new controller designed for folks with limited mobility, the Xbox Adaptive Controller. It's a base system which one can with add-ons that can help players who have issues with mobility. It's a white slab-like controller. But that thing is like kind of like a hub to which you add stuff. The large pad is customizable with 2 large pads and programmable controls, a D-pad, and an Xbox home button. but the ports on the base system allow for players to add extra joysticks, buttons, and other controls, and add-ons for more flexibility. And on the back of the controller, there are some mounts, so that way it can be mounted to like a hospital bed or a wheelchair or other mobility assistance device. So this thing is designed to help folks who have difficulty accessing game experiences. Also, some cool stuff about this. Microsoft just released the code for how the controller works. Just like put the code out there, and it's like, if you want to fuck with this, we're not going to stop you. If there's things that you want to do to like make this controller better, or if you want to sell attachments that will help people, please do. We're not going to block anybody. Have at it.
Cool.
Yeah. And Cool Dad Phil Spencer said earlier this week that if people are able to get this thing working on PlayStations and Switches, he welcomes it, because he wants people to be able to game however they game, and that he is glad that the Xbox adaptive controller can be part of that. This makes me very happy.
It looks real interesting.
I'm interested to see how it plays, because I mean, I am no stranger to unorthodox controllers. Like, I watched a dude beat Dark Souls with fucking bongos.
What?
So, like, I'm pretty sure that there are different ways to play than, like, standard controllers or even things like normal pads. But I'd like to see someone play with something like this. And I want to see how adaptable it is to, like, current gamescapes. Because looking at it outright, it looks like I don't have enough things to put all the inputs I want.
The top of the controller has a row of 3.5 millimeter inputs. So, like,
okay,
so the top of the controller where the Xbox logo is has an individual. It has inputs in it for every individual button that exists on an Xbox controller. So, like, there is a 3.5 millimeter jack up top labeled A 3.5 millimeter jack up top labeled X, one which is labeled analog stick, one which is labeled right analog stick.
Oh, that's what those grooves were for.
Yeah. Okay. And also, it works with co-pilot mode on the Xbox as well. So you can... Co-pilot mode is a thing on Xbox where two controllers can be used for a single player's input. So, like, the example that I saw talked about was cerebral palsy, where somebody might say, like, have absolutely fine control over one hand and then have, like, limited mobility with their other hand. So that way somebody could, like, say, hold a traditional Xbox controller with their left hand and then use the adaptive controller for right-hand functionality. Yeah. There's already some, like, video footage of folks out there using this thing, and, like, they've already been doing some, like, testing with folks with, like, limited mobility. Saw a guy talking about using it, who was, like, born with, I believe, 2 fingers on his right hand. And so, like, using a traditional controller is a struggle for this dude. And he's like, yeah, you know, like, things that you do every day that you don't think about until you have to, like opening doors. He's like, doors are the worst. And he was talking about how this controller, made him able to enjoy games with his wife. That, like, he could play, couch co-op games now because it had solutions for, like, right-hand mobility.
Aww. That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I am happy that in a week with so much terrible fucking news that this controller exists this week.
This is a good week for this controller to exist.
Yes.
You know what else it's a good week for?
What's that?
Pokemon news!
Oh, snap. I've heard some stuff. What do you got, Tegan?
Today's Community Day. Recording day is Community Day. Spoiler alert. So I hope everybody gets a good shiny Charizard boy, and I hope he's a wonder, or he can battle with the best of him, or whatever the heck Valor says. I don't know. She's not my boss. So whatever. But the rumors come out from 4chan, where an anonymous user has claimed the names of the next 2 Pokemon games will be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. They also added the accompanying artwork that depicts Pikachu and Eevee together. Woo, little cuties, the cutest. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Not only were the possible names leaked, but the fact that the 2 games are remakes of Pokemon Yellow, which means they'll take place in the Kanto region. Eevee and Pikachu versions presumably mean that, like Pokemon Yellow, players can travel alongside your chosen companion. So, like, they'll walk behind you and stuff. Cuties! So excited.
Yes.
Furthermore, the games apparently will have some connection to Pokemon Go, either through, like, a shared account system, or maybe with the way you capture Pokemon in the game. You can see the connection with the name Go, with the exclamation point after it. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's see. Eurogamer said that they heard from sources that the games will be set in Kanto and like a remake, so that kind of holds up with what this rumor is saying from 4chan. And the rumors also line up with a leaked image from earlier this year showing a trainer riding on the back of a Lapras with what looks like an Eevee on top of their head. Commenters said at the time that the area looks like Route 21, which is the only time players can see Pokemon swimming in the water. Reddit has also discovered that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.com and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.com were registered by the CSC corporate domains, which did the same with the official Pokemon Sun and Moon website. Dun dun dun!
So, Pokemon
Let's go!
I like this. I hope it really centers around, like, Red and Blue in their, like, official, like, narratives. And I really hope that Pokemon Eevee version does what other dual versions have failed to do in the past and allow you to play, like, from the perspective of the other protagonist. Because I personally believe that, especially in Red and Blue, less so in Gold and Silver, and a bit more in Ruby Sapphire, that... Well, Ruby Sapphire, I think you got to pick between May and... I don't remember his name now. May and, well, the male protagonist. But, like, in Red and Blue, like, technically you just played as, well, Red twice, essentially. Like, you didn't ever play as Blue. And I think Blue had a actually pretty compelling narrative throughout the game. And it's all, like, just shoved into the background because everything's about Red. And in Gold and Silver, the same thing. Like, Silver definitely had a pretty important arc throughout the game. And he wasn't, like, just a dick the whole time. Even though that's the way that, like, they sort of wrote him. But he had a narrative, especially being, like, Giovanni's, like, estranged son after he's abandoned the Viridian City Gym and disbanded Team Rocket. And, I don't know. Like, I really hope that, like, in Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, like, you actually get to play through, like, Blue's story. I wonder if, like, you'll have to go through the section where, like, his Raticate dies. I'm really interested in that. But that's a whole other thing.
I'm hyped. I think it'll be fun. So here's the question, though. Which version would you get? Would you get the version with Pikachu, or would you get the version with Eevee?
I would personally get the Eevee version. But I'd probably still just evolve into, like, oh shit, hold on. Would I use a Jolteon or would I use Vapes? Oh, that's a weird
Never
choice.
vape, Rocky.
What? But
Vaporeon is
Vaporeon's so good. And I'm not, I'm not a heretic, so I can't use Flareon. I'd like Espeon if I had access to it. Also, I'm kind of interested in how Pokemon Go will interact with Pokemon Let's Go.
Me too.
Like, I want to know what that's about. Brian, I know you're not super hyped for Kanto, but do you want to say anything?
I'm curious as to, like, none of these, like, leaks yet. Like, and I think I'm, with the fact that CSC Corporate registered the domain, I think that pretty much, seals the deal. That's who Nintendo gets to do their domain registrations for them. And, like, I think that we could have all, like, I think we could have ascribed this as to, hey guys, this is still just a rumor, until the domains got registered. So I think it's a done deal. I think the piece that's missing for me is how the moment-to-moment gameplay experience is going to either change or evolve from the previous exclusively portable experiences. Like, you know, previously Pokemon has had two mainline you know, experiences for like how players interact with them. There was the the portable, which is the traditional turn-based combat game, and then back before they were able to offer like really solid visuals on the portables, they also did the kind of crappy like console games like Stadium, and then what was that one on GameCube?
Coliseum.
Yeah. And those were designed to like offer experiences that the Pokemon Company felt weren't possible on a console. So like, I'm curious. Like, it's obvious that they have design ideas about what they believe a portable should do and what they believe a console should do. So the thing that I am most interested in is how being on a hybrid console is going to influence their gameplay decisions. Because, you know, depending on what those changes are, you know, I might actually want to dive in and play this thing. Yeah. So, and I would be a basic bitch and go with the Pikachu edition.
I'm curious to know if they're gonna
being a basic bitch.
If they're gonna use the whole Pokedex. All 700 and some? Like, is that what's gonna be in there?
It's 792. That's the total count. And one of the things that I heard about is that they're trying to do something with Let's Go that like places it in the timeline, or rather places Sun and Moon as pre-Kanto. So I'm not sure if you're actually playing as Red and Blue, but it stands that you probably are. And since Red has shown up in Omega Ruby and Sapphire, albeit as an adult, and if Kanto is supposed to be set after Sun and Moon, it's possible that we may get this game with the full Pokemon.
I mean, I could understand not doing a lot of them, because, like, I understand someone would probably really be, like, Alolan specific. Like, I would expect none of the Alolan variants, and probably none of the, like, tropical floral type Pokemon, but, like, other stuff I think could come over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything from Gens 1 to 3 are viable. Like, I don't think there's anything to tie Kanto to Gen 4, or even Gen 5 in Alola. But since Red and Blue showed up in Omega Ruby and Sapphire, that ties into Gen 3. And since Gen 2 games have always included Kanto as, like, their space, that includes Gen 2 as well. So we might get something like Gens 1 through 3 plus some Ultra Beast nonsense. I think that's probably where we'll end up landing, but I'm not sure. We have to see.
Well, would y'all like to discuss what came out on Steam today?
If there isn't another freaking Apple Snake or Achievement Hunter, I'm just gonna hang up right now. If there is not. If they are missing from our lineup today, I'm gonna hang up.
Oh my god, okay.
That's a lot of pressure, Tegan. So 91 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Sure.
And today we have Zombie Hotel. Zombie Hotel appears to be a Unity asset flip game. Yeah, using looks like pre-built assets from the Unity store. It is $1.59. It is in early access. It indicates that in addition to being a arcade-style shoot-'em-up game, it's also a survival game. So you have to manage hunger and thirst meters in this arcade zombie shooter with pre-built assets. Yep.
Alright.
So that's a video game. And there is also V-Tree Beach Volleyball for $4.99.
I'm listening.
It says, choose from 37 international teams and hear the crowd cheer as you outplay your opponent. Play on 12 different courts around the world as you pass, assist, attack, block, and dig your way to the championships and bring home the trophy for your country. It's the battle of the sexes. Play with both male and female teammates on the same team and show your competition who's boss. The choice is yours. Customize your characters by changing their facial expressions and features, hairstyles, and hair color. Have your characters wear stylish sunglasses or a hat. Play at your own pace. Choose from different speed modes tailored to each player's individual skill level. Perfect for all ages. Bullet points.
Yeah, I'm out.
Fully immersive 3D graphics animations. Single player and tournament mode. This just looks like a bad volleyball game. I suspect this is a mobile port. Kind of smells like a mobile port.
Does it look anything like GBA's Dodgeball?
No.
Nah, I'm out.
Yeah,
I actually like beach volleyball. Hope I get to play some this year.
like actual beach volleyball or beach volleyball on your video games?
No, I mean, actual life beach volleyball, but I would like a beach volleyball game. I mean, like, beach volleyball girls are kind of my vibe. That is definitely firmly within my wheelhouse. And playing beach volleyball games are usually pretty cool. As long as they're, like, fast and, like, responsive. Which I was hoping for, because, you know, we had a price point over $3 in 3D graphics, but, like, customizing facial expressions, like, come on, man. Like, I shouldn't have to do those myself.
I remember within, like, a month of each other, back in the day, when Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball came out on Xbox, and Beach Spikers came out for GameCube. And both were great. But I feel like there has not really been a solid beach volleyball video game since those. Like, Dead or Alive Extreme 2 was pretty bad. Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is also not great. So I feel like that.
Okay. Guys, we make a beach volleyball an anime girl beach volleyball simulator. We use, like, cute moe girls, but it plays like with the speed of, like, Wizard of Legend. So it kind of feels like dodgeball. There are special moves that are collectible over time, and then there's, like, a story arc where they're, like, trying to win beach volleyball and on the world's best beaches. And it's all anime. We become
with our anime beach volleyball game, uniforms. Instead of, let's make the uniforms practical, despite the proportions not being practical.
Okay. I'm interested in that.
So, like definitely sporty tops, and, like, they can be super short shorts, but we gotta have shorts on them. 'Cause, like, we don't want everything jumping out, potentially. So we should make them look practical, even if, like, they don't act practically. Does that make sense? Okay.
It does. I feel like, I'm not sure, I'd have to talk with some pros, but...
I want home kits. I want away kits.
Home kits and away kits? You got it, cuz. I got you, Tegan.
Home kits and away kits, okay? In a minimum of 2 colors for each team. And unlockable hairstyles. Yes.
We're gonna have unlockable hairstyles, and we're gonna have 8 color palettes per 2-girl team. Like anime fighter style.
I'm down.
Where you can pick. And then we need to have each team gets their own theme. They get their audio theme. And instead of, like, picking it before the match, like, whenever you get the lead or whenever you're serving, that's your theme.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And you get victory music. You do get to pick your victory music, which is like the audio theme, but, like, fucking turned up to 10.
Brian, tell me you're down. Come on.
I'm down.
Yes!
Yeah.
we get the reprises. Oh man, I'm excited.
And then, what we need to do is we need to pair up with, popular anime to get their girls in.
Oh man, that's DLC? Like, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard this game would blow up if, like, 3 months in, the Love Live girls just hang out?
Love Live?
Love
Live!
Sorry, Love Live.
Love Live! And you could get, like, oh god, that'd be so good. You could get Muse and Aquas? Oh, dude.
We have a week where, like, if you beat a certain challenge, you can get, Ryoko Matoi and, Satsuki Kirin as a duo team.
Yeah! Dude, we do, like, a special with the My Hero Academia movie that comes out, and you can get Tsuyu and Ochako as a team.
Man.
Dude, I'm down! I'm so down!
Okay, we're making this game. We will figure it out. Brian, I'm gonna prepare a pitch. I just need you to tell me when I'm going too far, man.
Brian, please, can we do this?
Coming soon. Sometime after Hamilbang, this beach volleyball.
Yes! Ah, man, I love our video game company.
We need to call it something great. Like, Peach Beach Splash is such a fluffy, like, cute name.
Peach Beach Splash.
This needs to be, that's an actual volleyball swimsuit moe girl game, so we need to, like, up it to, like, 10.
What about, like, Melon Smash?
Ooh! Nice. I'm down. All the girls get special moves. Special moves!
Yes! And like, oh man. And I'm still debating whether or not we should put some fighting game inputs in it. So like, it's like 2.5D, but like you get like a special like block off of like a Shoryuken or something. I don't know.
Yes. You get like it's like a special bump.
Yes!
And then if you chain it right with your back player, they can run up and do a sick spike. Yes! Yes!
Guys,
I'm so there.
This is great. I'm so excited.
Brian's just like, anime was a mistake. But we can't put it on Steam because Steam's gonna come for our titties!
No, we're gonna put it on GOG and we'll put it on, oh Jesus.
Okay.
Brian, what's the other place that you told us about? Start with a K? Itch. Never mind, start with an I. I'm totally wrong. Brian knows where to put it. He'll guide us in the right direction.
And we can have, Festival Rocket at the game scenes. The game tourneys.
The fireworks scenes with kimonos.
Yeah!
Oh,
Fuck
man.
yes. I'm down.
It can still be international. Okay, Brian, are there other games that came out on Steam? I'm sorry for derailing.
Yes,
okay.
There are. There is a game that has come out with no English language support. Thanks to the power of Google Translate, I know that the literal translation of the title is Red Spider Mites, Dark.
Okay.
This game is Chinese. It appears to be a visual novel. There's a bunch of creepy people in this game with no faces. But not all of the characters have no faces, so it appears to be that there are like a weird like race of evil people with no faces in this game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bothered by them. They're no good.
They're no good.
They're no good.
Yeah. This game appears to be a sequel to a game called Red Spider: Vengeance.
Okay.
Which in turn was a sequel to Red Spider and Red Spider 2. So, fantastic. Everybody enjoy Red Spider Mites, Dark. What the fuck? There is also... Oh yeah, by the way, Red Spider Mites, Dark is free. There's also Hex Empire 3 for $9.99, which by our usual price scale is nearly $1 million. It is a turn-based strategy game that you can fulfill your deepest dreams of becoming a bloodthirsty dictator, all without taking the fluffy slippers off your feet. It is, of course, in early access. A single-player mode. Wage wars on thousands of map. Singular.
Oh no! That was such good delivery,
Good stuff, Brad.
Let's see here. What else do we have this week? Lost Cities for $8.99, which is... Oh! This might not be a thing to kill yourself over.
What?
Officially licensed version of the award-winning Lost Cities card game by Rainier Nizia. Plan your expeditions wisely to outpace your rivals' pursuits. After 3 rounds of adventuring, the player that had the most successful expeditions is the winner. Okay, so this is based on like a family-style card game. Which is it is a traditional German board game, and they have put out Lost Cities, the card game, for $9, and this is a good-ass game. Supports online multiplayer. Oh, shit. Guys, what came out on Steam today has a good game in it.
What? Brian, I think you have to...
Is this the first time this
Yes,
has happened?
it is.
That's not fair. I think we should get to play the good game, and Brian has to play some garbage. I'm still mad at fucking Brandon Johnson.
But I'm not gonna play a card game. I already know.
Oh, I'm not gonna play a card game. Whatever, Brian can play the good card game.
Brian can play the card game and tell us for sure if it's good or not.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a fixed deck game. So it's deck building, meaning that, like... so this speaks to one of, I know, Tegan's concerns, where you're not acquiring individual cards. It's not a collectible card game. Every card in the game is in the game. So, that's a
Do you unlock the cards as you go?
Well, it's a fixed deck building game, so, like, all of the cards are shuffled.
Okay.
And you're acquiring through rounds of
Oh,
play.
I see. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's Destined. Oh, this is fantastic. Actual trailer for Destined opens with the guy closing the window on his Windows desktop, starting the recording.
Oh, no.
Oh,
10
yes.
out of 10. Video editing skills.
Oh, yes. Destined is a free-to-play cartoon first-person shooter. Fight for victory.
No, I'm gonna fight to lose.
Destined is fast-paced.
I want to be the biggest loser in
She wants to go to
game.
Valhalla.
Yes.
This game focuses on bringing back old-school mechanics of classic first-person shooters. Maps. Town. 3 more maps coming in next update. It's not maps, sir.
Yeah, that's what's missing from the new Call of Duty. They don't have maps anymore, dude. They got rid of those like years ago.
Game modes. Team Deathmatch. Again, it's not game modes. If all you... Oh, god damn it. Weapons. UMP-40. USP. Shotgun. Sniper. Knife.
Knife! I want to bring the knife to the gunfight!
All of this guy's... Alright, this is... Jesus Christ. I don't often have to share these to the chat, but this... Literally all of this guy's screenshots include the top of the fucking window.
Do they?
Yeah. Yep.
They do!
Yeah. This guy. Wow. Congratulations, sir. Like that's
Oh, and the reviews on it are not good.
Yeah. Also out today is Wheels 2. That's Wheels with a Z. So Wheels 2. Drive the most advanced bike through stunning courses of all kinds. It is $2.99, so, still expensive, but it's more in line with what we're used to. It is, of course, in early access, because of course it is. And appears to be a game about downhill bicycling, which, if it wasn't a game that sucks shit, would be a game that would interest me, so... So whatever. Like, it looks like there's a lot of pre-built assets in here. Seeing some terrible ragdoll physics in this, trailer, so, good on them. Sword Bounce! Platform your way through 150 challenging rooms with your trusty sword in your hand. Use obstacles to your advantage and traverse the treacherous depths.
Sword bounce.
Bounce
on a sword! Use it like a pogo stick! Fuck it, let's go! Pogo stick bouncing sword game. Is that not what this is?
That is exactly what this is. This appears to be a... Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Just looking at the trailer for this thing is making me nervous. Like, this thing appears to have all of the things that are frustrating about mobility in Super Meat Boy, Celeste, and Shovel Knight combined. Like, this trailer is made of stress. This might actually not be a bad game. Okay. It looks incredibly difficult and off-putting, but I know that there are folks who get off on difficult and off-putting. So, for those of you who like that, for $4.99, you can tell us if this game is terrible. And Recoil for $1.50. There we go. This is right in the price point we're looking for.
Free or
wow,
like 30 cents?
Yeah. This is a 2D shooting game. As score increases, difficulty becomes more and more difficult. Different enemies will have different attack methods. If you want to survive longer, keep moving and shoot. This game is a fractional impact shooting game in which the player is confined to a 4-sided area. Enemies outside the area continuously attack the player, and the player scores points when destroying the enemy. By touching the weapon carrier, switching the current weapon. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. And one more game today, which is Angel's Love. And...
Sexy.
It's an anime titty
game.
Yay!
Anime titty game!
We did it, guys.
I, living a regular life of a regular girl, once in the morning waking up and finds a mess of red hair and white feathers in her bed. Is this guy an angel?
Please,
and what is he doing
this.
in her bed?
Please link this! Jesus, please! Brian, I'm dying! Please, link it. Link it.
Brian, she's not gonna stop.
Brian, please!
Give her the thing.
Let me see this mess of red hair. Is he an angel in her bed? Jesus God, yes! Oh my God! Indie casual nudity, sexual content, great soundtrack, interactive fiction, visual novel, and mature. Wow! View this page! Let me see! Oh my goodness! Is the angel a girl? No, there's a boy! His name is Jeremy. There are pancakes! Yay!
There are pancakes!
Show me.
So this will be available for purchase at some point today.
It's not out yet!
No, it's launching today, so Tegan, you can sit there refreshing Steam.
I'm gonna buy my own trash.
This is actually a pretty, tasteful font that they chose.
It is. Oh,
Well,
it's got some nice music.
Is this the most successful edition of what came out on Steam today ever?
I think it is.
They're trying to get their shit together a little bit. Although 91 Games did come back yesterday.
Yeah. There were some real winners in there, too. You know. Oh, son of a bitch. Tegan.
Huh.
I have some good news about what came out yesterday.
Uh-oh. Is it another anime titty game?
No.
What is it?
But, our friend...
Snake Escape!
Snake Escape Plus? Oh my god.
It's 3D!
Wait,
what?
hold on. This is actually 3D. What the shit? Is it...
Yes, we have upgraded the Apple Snake.
This dude's doing some shit, sort of?
It's got weeby eyes! The apple has weeby eyes! A weeb face! I love it.
Wait, is this the same developer? Triple Star Studio?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness, he's grown. He's learned. He's learned how to make it in 3D. He can move through the space. It's DLC.
Oh man, for $2.39.
No, Achievement Hunter? Achievement Hunter man, are you okay?
So that's what came out on Steam. Um, are our cats grading anything this week?
Are our cats grading? No achievement hunter.
No achievement hunters
Do the cats grade?
Yeah, the cats have some mail.
Okay.
So we actually got a GameStruck 4, but since it wasn't on the Facebook post, it wasn't eligible for the contest, so I didn't want to read it last week. But we can read it this week.
Did we read any of them? I don't.
We
We just read the
We
titles,
did not read
didn't
any
we?
of them.
I
Yeah.
we read all of them.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
to our 2 announced winners, you have to message the Facebook in order to claim your Steam keys, because a Facebook page cannot send Facebook mail not in response to something. So that's kind of how that works. Like, a Facebook page cannot just send you a message. It can only respond to messages.
So,
Browning,
if you want your keys...
Rincon, please message the Impossible Coin Facebook page so we can get you your Steam keys.
Also, we have received 0 E3 predictions, so that's great. That's still open.
we'll do another week.
Yep. All right. So we received a GameStruck 4, or I guess Rocky received a GameStruck 4 from sometime guest co-host A Wild Joe Spiro has appeared.
The first game on this GameStruck 4 was Mario 3, which he claims is the game that made him obsessed with visiting his aunt's house in the early 90s.
Obsessed with games, not obsessed with visiting his aunt.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Obsessed with games when visiting his aunt.
Right.
Yeah.
It presented a seemingly infinite, recombinable world of novel settings and possibilities. Probably not my favorite Mario platformer anymore, either 3D Land or Donkey Kong 94. I think it means 64, right? No. Right? No.
No, 94.
Okay.
Donkey Kong 94 is a game, and it's totally the kind of game that our friend Joe the hipster would be into.
That makes sense. But he says that Mario 3 is a damn great game with a lot to offer. His next game was Link's Awakening, which was simultaneously his introduction to light RPG storytelling, and Zelda, and top-down puzzlers, and the world of illusion trope, and also Gnosticism. So, big game for Joe Spiro. The third game is Saga 2, which is the first RPG he ever played, a month or two before Pokemon came out, which left him with a permanent fascination of RPGs, but also mythologies, languages, and the cultures of Proto-Indo-European diaspora, since it takes place across the world tree of shared Greek, Roman, Norse, and Zoroastrian, am I doing that right? And Hindu mythologies.
Yeah.
And Killer 7. I know, I've actually fought with Joe about Killer 7, because its visual style really put me off. But it's really important to Joe. He specifically says it's an understatement to say that this game is the main turning point in his career ambitions. Before this game, I loved and cherished games as art, but as an aspiring filmmaker, hadn't seen a game with such a hyper-specific ability to comment on reality with a surrealist death glare. While this game itself didn't get him to change his major in undergrad, it did make him play No More Heroes, which is more focused and somewhat more lighthearted pseudo-sequel that functions as a takedown of games as an industry and gamers as an identity. Suda51, the creator of both games, described punk art and or deep thought as the process of taking everything you've consumed and vomiting or shitting it out for other people to admire. While this is crude as hell, it's often what Joe says that he wants from other creators and from himself, something so intimate that it literally had to come encased in his creator's humors.
I don't know if we've talked about this. I mean, I know we've talked about the fact that, like, Joe's the only person who all of us know on the show. Mm-hmm. And is because of his show. I don't know if I mentioned, I know Joe because I went to elementary school with him.
Uh-huh.
Back when he lived over here on the humid side of the world. And I believe Joe and I talked about Link's Awakening in, like, 3rd grade. I seem to have a very vivid memory of that. So, you know, cool times.
I feel that.
I just picture 3rd grade Joe as a 3rd grader's body with adult Joe head comically CG attached.
I mean, just remove the facial hair and soften the jawline just a tad, and that's about right. Just like skinny limbs and like a full head shorter than me. And I wasn't like a tall 3rd grader. He was just short. I think he's still short. Joe, are you still short? Is Joe still short?
I'm pretty sure.
He's probably less short now.
True. Like, I think last time I saw him was when he came to El Paso, and I took him and the Spiros to a place that sells comically huge burritos.
Did he eat the comically huge burrito?
He didn't eat most of it because he ordered a chicharron burrito and he didn't believe that it was going to be as large as I told him it was going to be.
Oh no!
Because it's literally like, Tegan, it's the length of a human arm. Like, it's outrageous.
No! Who eats that much food?
I do, actually. Like,
no.
It's a really good time. I'll sit down and they'll give me a barbacoa, fucking 3-foot long burrito that's like a girth of like 3.5 inches for like $7, and I love them for it.
Well, I promise, if I ever make it over there, you're gonna have to eat my leftovers. Because I will not. And I'll only take like 6 bites at most.
There are places with better like portions that we could possibly
It won't matter. I'll still only eat like 6 bites at most.
Oh fuck.
Unless it's a cake. I can eat an entire cake by myself, but I cannot eat like a real food item.
Oh man.
That's a problem. I'm out of orange food too. I need to go get some orange food.
God damn it. But yeah, that's the mail that we have for today.
Oh, I think that Gogo gives this a pleasing flop on the chest and then lazily falling asleep. And I think that Toshiro gives this a walking around the kitchen bellowing.
Roman's going to give it the very specific, insistent meow he does, beginning at 4:30 and ending when you give him that tiny, tiny bowl of wet food that he wants. Thank you very much. And Nico is going to give this a curled up in my arms, attempting not to fall asleep because he wants to know what happens next.
Ha! Alright. That's cool.
That's what he's doing right now. What a good boy.
Well, Joe, thank you for the mail. And for everyone else, if you want to help us out, we'd love to read whatever you want to send us. And if you really want to help us out, you could also leave us a review. You could leave your review on iTunes, on Google Play, or on Stitcher. But if you leave it on iTunes, Brian owes you a biscuit. Also, there's music at the beginning and end of this podcast, produced by Big Sach. His work is available on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, or you could get a window into his thoughts by following him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our Discord is still around. There are links for it on all of our social media, on the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Tumblr. Keep an eye out for streaming on Mondays and Fridays. Brian and I will continue to play A Way Out this coming Monday. And Brian will probably play more Ladder on Friday. But I think that's it. That's all of it, right?
Yeah. You know, assuming my internet cooperates. Jesus. Apparently it's been a real struggle with my internet in the last 24 hours. But, yeah, absolutely. We want to grind that ladder and get as high as we can by the end of the month. Get it.
Get it.
Get it!
Yeah. So y'all, thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Bye!
Later.
It's official. You decide.